You're good, Shauna. They can't hear you. They're not gonna be able to hear and try to bring you on. Oh, I love this. Everybody on time. Glory to God in the highest. Hallelujah. Everybody's on time. Thank you. Yes. That was ragged. I'm glad they didn't hear it. Yeah. Yeah, Chris, help me. Yeah. don't laugh. Okay. 18 seconds. People don't like this countdown. They like, Travis, we're not logging on until you get on here and start talking. I'm not quite sure what you think this is. And then they come and then log back off and come back. And we are live. Okay, y'all. So let me click on the comments. You guys all know this is my favorite part of the show. To Copper Bear, what's up? Thank you for always being here. Listen, we got Tamika White in the house on today. She spelled my name with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 exclamation points. So, guys, we have 24 people already live on YouTube. So the YouTube crowd, could you get over here and say what's up so I know that you're here? How you doing? How you doing? Mother on the line, Miss B, good to see you. To Copper Bell. Patrick McCoy, good to see you, Fred. I love the exclamation points, guys. I love the energy. It's like I guess it's kind of like, you know, like live before a studio artist, you know what I'm saying? When people are talking back, I feel the energy. I love it. Mark Smith, what's going on, Mark? Listen, Mark, listen. Two things. Number one, I was talking to Crystal earlier, and she was like, you know, we're gonna have to do a part 2. And I was like, well, who's gonna sing? We got to really try to figure something out if we're gonna do. Listen, okay, my ADHD is kicking in, Mark. So yeah, so what I was saying was basically what I want to do as I'm thinking about having having all the like musicians come on and sing. Because y'all got, I mean, and the singers when they come on today, they're confirmed, and the musicians can all blow. You know, so I think that'll be a real cool segment. Shakanika Crockett, what's going on, Tina? Okay, yeah. Okay, this is going exactly the way I planned it. I'm very happy about this. I love when people come on and say what's up. Christopher says, Travis. My wife says, oh my God, you do not have ADHD. She don't like when I say that, but I think I might. You know, it's like I'm sitting down doing stuff, and it's like I have a itch and an urge to get up and move and do something else real fast. So I mean, you know, I don't know. It remains to be seen, but I am going to make an appointment to go try to see what's going on regarding that, because I do sometimes have a hard time concentrating. I mean, it is what it is, right? Shakanika, so glad to see you in here. I saw my sister in here earlier, Candy Pratt, on today. Lauren Sheard, she said, how cool is this? Hey, all. Got my nephew. He says the YouTube gang is here. Ava Williams, and I saw you share this. Thank you so much for sharing this, for always being for supporting me in this. I really appreciate that. We got Leah Bracey in the house. That's DeAndre's wife. We also have Ken Ba in here. He says ADHD is hyper focus. Okay, now we gotta have a conversation about that because that's not what I thought it was. I thought it was something different. So we can have a conversation about that. I can be wrong. We got Shayna Whitaker in the house on today. That is one of our past Madam Presidents. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, it is way too many people in the room. I don't have enough comments. Okay, I need y'all to talk so we can move on. Okay, praise God. Come on in the room. Yes. Okay, did I do that right? Wait. Come on in the room. Yes. Did I get it though? Look, I see my singers in the background. They're cheering me on, y'all. So I must have did it right. Because listen, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you on today. Okay. I think I've blabbed on enough, but I'm just going to go ahead and say this. Shayna said, you don't have ADHD. We live in an overstimulated world. And that's a therapist on the call. So we're going to go with what she says. Sometimes it is the distractions of like the YouTube notification, Facebook notifications and all of that stuff. But sometimes for me, it's like I'm driving and it's like having to concentrate for that long. It's like, I need a break. And it's like, oh, come on, Leah Bracey. Bless us on today. She said, the voice went down, but the body went up. That's technique. That's what we're here to talk about today. Come on and bless us. Yes. Keisha, how you doing? We got my hometown people in the house on today. Me and Keisha grew up together. She's my sister's age, but we went to the same church growing up. Some of us say amen to that, therapist. I agree. That's true, Lauren. Okay, guys. So I think I've blabbed long enough. So again, everybody, official introduction. I am Travis Pratt, and thank you so much for joining me on this special episode of Vocal Therapy, where we're doing. I'm featuring the singers of MGC. And if you don't know what MGC is, it's Michigan Gospel Chorale. We all went to University of Michigan together, and we sang. We're all part of a fantastic group that you guys are going to learn about on today. So the mission and vision of this show, typically, guys, I like to come on and let singers from all over the place. We've had singers from all over the country, and even some international people come in and just sing whatever they want to sing, and I give them my feedback on it, and we move forward with it. The point is like for me to give what I have to whomever wants it, to whoever wants to learn more. If you feel like I have something you can learn from me, then hey, this is the place to do it. Okay. As always, you can follow me on all social media platforms at Travis Pratt Official. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm also at YouTube at Travis Pratt Official. So please, and actually take a moment right now and go ahead and like if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, like, and also share. This is a good time where you can share the broadcast with people who you feel like would enjoy, people who you feel like could benefit from what's going on here on today. Okay, thank you guys so much for that. Let me give you a rundown of today's show. The format is similar, but it's slightly different. So what I'm going to do is always, I'm going to have one of my young icons come on first to sing. Her name is Nimat Salim. She is from East Orange, New Jersey. She's going to sing first. And after that, I'm going to come back and kind of give you the rundown of what else we're going to do. So we have like two different groups of MGC. We span in about 7 years or something like that from the duration. I think I got that right. And they'll correct me if I don't. So we're going to start with the earlier. I'm going to have one of the members, one of the outspoken members to come on and help me introduce the guys. And then we'll have those two sing. And then we'll do the same thing for the latter people who were in the choir when I was directing it. One of the co-directors is actually one of the singers on the show on tonight. So with that being said, Nimat, you ready? I see you over there laughing. So Nimat, tell the people who you are and where you're from.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nimat Salim. I'm from East Orange, New Jersey, and I am a senior at the Cicely L. Tyson Middle High School of Performing and Fine Arts. And I am going to Columbia College in Chicago for my, college freshman.
And tell them what you're going to be studying.
I will be studying. I will be getting my BA in musical theater.
On tonight. Nimat is one of my students. No, she's a part of my what we call the Young Icons program. And for those of you guys who've been following, you've heard a lot of the other guys. She's another one of the singers. And I give them all nicknames. And my nickname for Nimat is the Confident One. And of course, you guys already see all of this personality. Yes. And so tell us what are you gonna sing tonight?
So I will be singing Your Daddy's Son from the musical Ragtime.
All right, let's get it. We're ready whenever you are.
Okie dokie. Ooh. Daddy played piano, played it very well. Music from his hands could catch you like a spell. He could make you love him, for the tune was done. You have your daddy's hands. You are your daddy's son. Ooh, ooh. Daddy never knew that you were on your way. He had other ladies and other tunes to play. When he up and left me, I just up and run. Only thing in my head, you are your daddy's son. Couldn't hear no music, couldn't see no light. Mama, she was frightened, crazy from the fright. Screams without no comfort, screams without no sound. Only darkness and pain, the anger and pain, the blood and the pain. I buried my heart in the ground. In the ground when I buried you in the ground. Daddy played piano, bet he's playing still. Mama can't forget him, don't suppose I will. God wants no excuses, I have only one. Oh, you are your daddy's son. Forgive me, you are your daddy's son.
Come through. That was excellent, D-Mac. Way to go.
Thank you.
So you guys know I typically don't coach my kids when they come on. But she gave us so much drama and so much she was so into it, and I love the fact I see a lot of my other students on here. Like, you can't see the comments, Nemat, but Kaya says giving us growl and everything.
Oh my gosh. No, because like I'm not gonna lie, I was not like warmed up all the way, so I had to growl in order to get it out.
So listen, it worked out for you. But my thing is this, Nemat, why are you singing those oohs in the beginning? Why are they there?
I'm getting, because this is the part where I'm getting ready to just express all my feelings that I haven't actually like let out yet.
That's a perfect explanation. I'm not quite sure I saw that though. So
Yeah.
like, is she sad? Is she perplexed? Like, what is it? What's going on?
I think it's like anxiousness and sadness combined.
Oh my gosh, that gives you the perfect chance to act. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, and you can literally go to town on that. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, it's like I already knew you was gonna growl and give it to us in the end, so I was just excited. I'm just sitting over here smiling, like, oh, just because I love it when my kids like let the people have it. But you don't get to warm up, man. Like when you walk in the room, it's time to kill.
Yeah.
Come out with the machine gun, and we spray the people. That's what you do. So you can't come out with an ooh and warm up, girl. We can't do that. You're gonna come out and saying, oh, we need a reason.
Yeah.
Nemat killed all of her auditions, okay? And like she told you, she's made a decision about where she's going. That's an excellent school, especially for MT. So, we have Dr. Melita Daniel Costa. She says it's a lullaby. It's a so is she rocking a baby?
Yeah. Wait.
No, and she said, and that's it. Spray the people. Said, I love that. So, but you know what? And the thing about it is still, even a lullaby. When you're talking about what's happening and what she says that happens later, and what the dad was doing. She's still your feelings are still justifiable. So she's still sad. She's still whatever the case is. Yeah, and somebody says she's losing it. So it's so funny. Kai is talking about Trevor's face in the background. Trevor, I think I'm gonna have Trevor sing next week. He's another one of my icons. The two of them are great friends. Okay, Nemat, thank you so much. I will see you on tomorrow.
Okay.
Y'all got my email. Please come in with my assignment, okay? And I will see y'all on tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right, see you later. Okay, moving right along. Okay, so I had a lot of people come in. A lot of people are commenting now. So this is, you guys know that's my favorite part. Okay, so what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to bring on Miss Shiana Watson, okay, on today.
Yay!
Hey, Shiana.
Hey, man. Hey, Travis, how are you?
I am doing well. How are you?
Good. I'm doing well. Excited to be here, part of this conversation about MGC.
Listen, I got to tell the people what you said to me earlier. So,
okay.
Listen. So, guys, I sent this flyer to Shiana, and I was like, oh, because I just came up with this idea to have this part of it. Crystal helped me come up with it, and you guys know Crystal, she's here every week. But it's funny, and she goes, oh, you reach out to Shiana. I was like, oh, duh, okay, I'm about to do it now. And she responds, and she goes, I'm free, but those people you got singing on that flyer, like, are you serious right now? She's like, no, I sing alto in the choir. This is fellowshipping because I love God. And you talking about some Chris and Tasha Coleman and Dion? Oh, no. That's not what we're doing. I was like, oh, no. I wasn't asking you to sing.
Listen, I had to confirm because people think that, oh, you're in the choir, you sing. No, I hold notes. I carry tunes. You point to the note, I'll hold it. You give me the bucket, I'll carry the tune. That's all I got for you. I'm there for the fellowship. I recognize amazing singers. Your student was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed your singing. I saw the folks on that flyer. I said, y'all got singers. What you want me to do on here? Because no, I sing in large groups so I can blend with the real singers.
Oh my gosh, Shanna, you are wearing us out. Raina is in the comments and she says, Shanna is like Captain MGC. She was our real MVP.
I love y'all. I'm there for the fellowship.
Okay, so check it out. But before, I want to just recap some stuff for people who probably have not had this experience before. And for those of you who have, and the other MGC members in the house, I think it's great to kind of just share what the experience was. So give me in a couple sentences what MGC was to you.
Oh my goodness. It's hard to boil that down to a couple sentences. MGC was family. MGC was performing. MGC was ministry. MGC was a huge part of my U of M experience. Right. I met my husband at MGC. So MGC was a large part.
He commented a second ago.
Oh, yay. He's upstairs corralling our two kids. MGC was a huge part of my time at U of M. The Michigan Gospel Chorale, like, yes, it's a choir. Even though it says chorale, a lot of folks would think that means like a small group of people. When I was a part of the choir, I was in there from 2002 through 2006. We were large. We were a large choir, not a very small choir. And I know it's gone through various iterations of being large and smaller, but MGC was just a powerhouse that, you know, whether it was just a few of us or, you know, 150 of us, that we were there to sing our little hearts out and do ministry and laugh, grow, learn, hang out. I felt like we were just a huge family.
Great. Okay, so I got 2 questions for you. During your time, what was your favorite song?
Oh my goodness. My favorite song, okay, there's a few. One was Let's Dance. Terry used to direct that, and I love that because it would turn, or I'd say she would direct the mess out of us, and it would just turn into like a mosh pit by the end of singing that song. Lord You're Holy was another one of my favorites, even though it was very difficult to sing because, again, I'm not a real singer. But Lord You're Holy was another awesome song to sing.
One, Shannon. So which of the 2? You got to pick one.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go with Let's Dance just because I enjoy, you know, jumping up down. As Raina said, like I was the biggest cheerleader. I'm ready to like run, my headbang. So I'll go with Let's Dance.
So I have one more question for you. Who was known as like the cook of the group? Because we definitely had one.
Ooh, we had a few actually. Bellany was always cooking.
Come on, Belle. I talked to Bellany today.
Belle had a meal plus a dessert ready. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there was a few. Simone, when I was there, was always cooking. She was always acting like somebody, mama or grandma, cooking and doing hair. She was all had a meal ready, and she stayed doing my hair during college days and even post grad. But I would say, yeah, Bellany and Simone were always the one who had the after party after the
after whatever
after
was
the
going
engagements.
Got it.
At the meals going.
Okay, so check it out. So I have 2 singers from your era, and give me one line about each of them. And then we didn't practice this, but this is what I want to do. So hang out backstage after you're off, and then I'm gonna bring you. It'll be you, me, Raina, and DeAndre at the same time.
Yay!
Okay, so let me start with DeAndre. So thank you so much, she, and I will see you in a few minutes. Don't go too far.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. DeAndre Bracy, how you doing, brother? You muted. Turn your mic on.
Okay, how about now?
There we go.
All right, trying to
catch me outside. How about now? That's it.
What's up, y'all?
Okay. Hey, we good, brother. How you doing?
Doing very good, man. Glad to be on here. Good to see Shiana, and it's an exciting time.
Right. Okay. So check it out. Let's talk a little bit before you sing. Just you know what? We've been doing a lot of talking. Can you go ahead and sing now? Because I know my audiences. They're like, okay, Travis, we need somebody to sing. So we're gonna sing first and then talk about that.
Take a drink of water. Yeah.
Yeah. Look. That's what I keep doing. And in fact, I'm almost out.
Okay.
Tell us what you're gonna sing.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Stephanie Murray says she goes, Dre.
I want to do Your Majesty. I know you said I don't have to do a U of M song.
No, that's a good one.
That was one of the songs I used to do when I was with the choir, and we used to have some powerful worship moments on that song, and a lot of ministry took place. We can talk about that in just a moment, but that was one of those songs that really hit me to the core every time we did it.
Okay, let's rock and roll. We wait whenever you are.
All right. I worship you in the beauty of holiness. I lift my hands to you, for you are my righteousness.
Yes, sir.
You are royalty. So I crown you King of Kings. Oh, you are royalty. So I crown you King of Kings. We set our hope on you. We set our hope on your love. We set our hope on the one who is the everlasting God. You are the everlasting God.
Yes,
Yes, you
sir.
are.
Are you still singing? Go ahead, brother.
No, go ahead.
Hallelujah. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I love them. I love the choices, like those ones that were so colorful. So,
Wow.
and you gave us this hodgepodge of like of colors and variances, and I love the scale choices and stuff you did in terms of the notes, brother. You can blow.
Wow. Thank you, man.
You can blow. Somebody said everlasting God. When I tell you this crowd is crazy. I almost wish I could see them all at the same time. Maybe we should do like a live Zoom at some point
That would be dope.
to where we can see everybody. You know, and I might try to work that out. Somebody said, "Come on with it now, brother." So, Dre, let's talk about you know, we spoke earlier, and I just it's humanity is what I want to talk about. So just talk about what MGC meant to you, and just like give us where you are now as opposed to then in life and in your singing and all of that.
Yeah, MGC is in a nutshell, family. A community of just like-minded individuals. I did one post. I was thinking about Burning Bush. I was there. That's my home church where I grew up. And I was thinking about that choir, but then I couldn't. You have to think about U of M. Like Burning Bush International Ministry, their choir, and U of M's choir was not for the faint of heart. Like you got in that choir, like Shiana said, you gonna sing your heart out. You gonna worship your heart out. We gonna pray. We're gonna get together and we gonna hold you up. And so it was just that thing that I needed. I believe I didn't even know I needed it. I was, doing my thing. I had graduated from high school, and a dear friend of mine now, he's an alumni, John Daniels. Him and Will Farrell, they brought me to the group, and I'm like, I'm not a student here, right? And they're like, yeah, we know that, but just come on anyways. But it was like God used them to bring me into this situation where I was loved, I was supported. People like Boyd White, Kyra, others before they were married. Again, John Daniels, of course, Toya, Tasha, Raina, all these people like literally became family to me, and just those staples in my life. And so, like I said, it's U of M in one word is family.
So what I want to know is like for you, like for Dre, in terms of what you're singing, because that was many years ago, correct? That was
that was like 2003,
more
2-3.
So that was quite a while back.
Yeah.
I'm curious to know like what that experience gave you in terms of your artistry, and what you're doing now.
It helped me discover like passion, as it relates to like worship. Like I said, we would have these moments, even in rehearsal, we would have these moments where we just let God come in and just have its way. And it just allowed me to just discover, my place in God, in those small moments. And then when we got on stage, it was like, they just allowed me this freedom to just, minister and do these things and just sing the way that I sung. And I just found that liberating. So I think that's brought me to this place now. Of course, a lot of liberties, as an artist, as a worship leader now, you got to kind of bring it in a little bit and allow the people to catch on to what's going on.
For sure.
But along from that point, there was some development, there was some growth for where I am now as a worship leader, as a singer. And so, yeah, it was a time of proving ground, I should say.
Oh, it's funny you say that. It's like for me, even like with like directing and being a music director prior to MGC, like mine, I mean, it is church, but like before MGC, I was a performance based individual. Like it's like when we about to tear the club up, like not the little club. We about to blow, like my sopranos are about to literally wail. Like that was my attitude. But it's like when I got to MGC, listen, those they weren't playing with me. They was like, oh no, we worshiping here. This is how this goes.
Going all the way in, all the way.
all the way in, like all the way in, and it's like I wasn't far from it. It was in me, but that's one of the things that birthed that out of me, because Travis, prior to that, was, I mean, we was like, you know, we about to, you know, it was we about to show off or whatever. So it that took me to, and so I was just interested to hear how it transformed you and what it gave you, what you needed at the time you didn't even understand you needed it.
Yeah.
And as I always say, there's nothing wasted in God's economy. You're using that even in what you're doing.
Yes,
now.
sir. Yeah.
Listen, he still got that mentality. Darnell, listen, I'm not gonna play with you. Darnell Jefferson is on here. He say,
Yo, what's
still
up,
got that
man?
mentality.
What's up, dude?
No, but Darnell, like a little bit. Like, I mean, I do be one. Obviously, we got a minister, but like you got to sing now. Now that's just the bottom line. We got to keep it real. Now to me, I feel like God demands our best. We came to holler.
Yeah.
Okay, we finna sing the paint out the walls. That's what we do. Anybody playing with y'all? Y'all thought this was a game? It's not. It never was. Listen, I don't normally do this, but I feel like I want to hear the beginning of the song one more time, and I'm gonna move on. I'm coming to you, Raina. Just give me you are royalty. Just that part of it. Give me like 10 more seconds.
You are royalty, so I crown you King of Kings. Oh, you are royalty, so I crown you King of Kings. Your Majesty.
Yes, sir. Come on today.
Majesty. You gonna make me go back, man.
Okay, so but you know what? Obviously, this is my typical masterclass situation. I would talk to you more about grounding your breath.
Yeah.
But it's a long conversation.
Before.
No, but what's funny is it's amazing that you're still able to reach the notes. Like you're still able to do it. Like it's a little shallow. Like it's here, but the voice is so glorious that nobody cares.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the voice is so glorious, but it's not necessarily about that. It's about being healthy, and you're not being hoarse because you're setting yourself up in the most advantageous place to sing with a grounded breath. One of my best friends who's a voice teacher over, she got hand claps. It's like yes. Yeah, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about this whole 360 breathing. But you know what?
I need that. Yeah.
Let's just do it real quick. Okay, I don't know if you're in a position to do this. What I want you to do is I want you to stand up. I want you to bend over at 360 degrees at 90 degrees. So you're gonna sing facing the floor. And I want you to feel your breath, literally the entire circumference of the rib cage is going to expand, and I want you to feel your breath in the back. So literally breathe, and don't worry, we're not going to be able to see you. We're not going to see your face, and it's fine. So don't worry about us seeing you. We hear you. So I want you to bend over at 90 degrees.
All right.
Now, just inhale and feel that breath. Is that much different than the breath you take standing up?
Yeah.
I know it is. So what I want you to do is breathe into the back, and you're gonna go, you are royalty, whatever you want to do, but just start there. But I want you to sing to the floor and feel how grounded it is.
You are royalty, so I crown you King of Kings.
Ooh, yes, sir.
Oh, you are royalty.
Take it up. Sing something high. Keep going.
And I crown you King of Kings.
That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, you can stand up now. Do you hear how much easier it is to get up there?
Yeah.
You hear how much easier it is to get up there? And so my question to you would be, what does it feel like, and how is that different? You can sit back down. How is that different from what you were doing before?
The support.
No, but talk to me about the support, because if tell me how the support feels. Tell me how the intake of the breath was different than before, and all of that good stuff.
Well, I did have to be mindful of the breathing during that exercise to fill this up. But as I got that girth, I guess that feeling of just
no,
push
buoyancy.
up.
It's like what I like to call it.
Yeah. And so that's where I felt the support.
Oh, then that's exactly. Now you're speaking my language. My thing, Dre, is if you can't tell me what it is, you're behind. Don't know. Okay, that's simple. If I'm telling you to describe it and you can't tell me, you don't know. So you got to be able to tell people. So you obviously know what it is. You talked about the grind. You talked about where it was. You told us exactly where it was. So that's what I want you to do. Your exercise post this. And start everything from this position, and then get used to the way that feels. And it's called maintaining the position of inhalation. Normally, Crystal will be in the comments writing that down, but she's coming on in a few minutes. Is maintaining the position of inhalation. So that position the body position that you feel when you allow your body, your breath to fill up the lungs and your diaphragm drops to your pelvic floor. That's what allows this. Your guts are pushed out, for lack of a better term. That's the support you need. My phone is ringing. Ain't that a mess? Everybody know I do a broadcast. I mean, like, y'all know this. And what's funny is they're gonna probably call back. But anyway, so you want to recreate that feeling when you're standing up.
Yeah.
You want to recreate that feeling when you're standing up because it gives you a low larynx. But that's something we'll talk about at another time. But you killed us. Okay, don't go too far because I'm gonna bring everybody back on from your era. Thank you so much, sir. You sound glorious, brother.
Man, thank you.
On today, don't go too far. Okay, guys. Next, we have the lovely on today, Miss Raina White.
What's up?
Come on and bless us. How you doing?
Not. Hey.
Listen.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I allowed the people to hear some singing so we can talk. So and then obviously I'm gonna have you sing as well. So just talk to us about your time. What was your major in Michigan?
My major was theater.
Okay.
Yeah, my major was acting. Yep.
Great. And then just talk to us about your experience in MGC, and then I got a bunch of questions.
Okay. Okay, so Michigan. So my brother was like the chaplain / everything at MGC, Boyd White. And so he was my
Boyd is your brother?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
You never knew Boyd was my brother? Boyd
I
White,
never knew that.
White. That's funny. Yeah, Boyd is my brother. And so I used to hear all about MGC, and I used to come up there. I think I came up there before I went to Michigan. But he was so passionate about, was it UMGC? It used to be UMGC.
It did used to be UMGC.
Yeah.
And Tasha and Sienna doing this.
Yeah. So he was so passionate about it. And so when I came to like the first rehearsal, I was like, what is this? This is not a normal choir experience. Like it was so electric. It was electrifying and theatrical and full of family. It was like the cookout times too. It was the saved cookout. You know, it was crazy. It was a lot of characters. It was my safe haven at Michigan. It was the place that I could go to feel safe, to feel at home, to feel a sense of warmth and comfort, but also a sense of accountability. It was my accountability at Michigan. Because you know, colleges can be crazy.
And I was about to say it, and like the scholastic requirements in Michigan are no joke. Even fine arts is not a game. Okay,
it is.
Ain't nobody playing. So it was like when you to go there, it's like kind of a break from everything, and it's like family. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, it was family. It was really a safe haven. Like you would run to rehearsal. Like you would like run into the arms of rehearsal.
Wow.
You know, and you would catch up with everybody. And I remember Erin Teague, you know, who's like Silicon Valley Erin Teague now. She would take me driving around, and I think she had a drop top or something, but
and
I was always in. Yeah, folks doing well at Michigan. Toya used to drive me around. Me and Will used to crack up. I mean, me and Shiana was like Deacon Shiana. She was like a deacon.
You called her the MVP.
But we were in college and people were so mature and so sure-footed. And so it was just so many different cultures, so many different people from so many different backgrounds. It was a melting pot of love. It was a special, special, special experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that is fantastic. Okay, it's so many people like shouting you out in the in the comments.
Really?
I literally can't even keep up with it. Like Isaiah Petway is in here.
Isaiah. Oh,
And first of all, Isaiah, like brother, you need to be on the broadcast. So whoever has his number, Shannon, if you got it, send him the link. Praise God, whom our blessings flow. So go ahead. so Raina, talk to us about your transition from a student into the professional world. Like, and for those of you who doesn't, Deacon Shiana, y'all are crazy. So for those of you who don't know, Raina is a Broadway star. Okay, like she and I both live in New York, and it's like and of course we've been together and met up a couple of times and stuff since we've been there. Yeah. But it's funny, but it's like like Black Broadway is it's a small community. So it's like, oh, you went to Michigan? Oh, I know somebody went to Michigan. Oh, do you know Raina White? What? Do I know Raina White?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, so just talk to us about your journey there and stuff like that and not for the MGC people, they probably know, but for my regular audiences who are in the room.
Okay. So I started off in acting, and I thought I was going to move to LA, and I wanted to become a movie star. I still do, but I didn't know how to put singing and acting together, and that's what I kind of discovered in college. Like, singing and acting were very separate for me. It was Michigan Gospel Chorale, and then it was my acting life. And I had never really put them together until maybe my senior year when I did like a musical theater show. And I was like, oh, musical theater
I remember that. It was Dreamgirls, right?
It was Dreamgirls.
I came to that show.
Yeah. Yeah. Dreamgirls is crazy. As I struggled through, and I'm telling you, but I still got just mad love from just the campus. It just was love. But after that, I was like, okay, I think I want to try my hand at musicals. Because to be honest with you, at the time, I didn't really see Black representation in theater. I grew up in Detroit, so I just didn't have access to a lot of Broadway shows coming in and out of the city. Even though my mother, took us to so-and-so on ice and this and that, I just had never had a strong theatrical experience. So I didn't see us. So I didn't see a place for myself. Were there. Right. And so I think my senior year, a professor was like, you should go to New York and give yourself a chance. And I was like, I don't want to go to New York. I want to go to LA. I was like, I feel it in my spirit that I'm a Cali girl. Like, I'm from Detroit, but I feel like I'm a Cali girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so I took their advice, and I went to New York, beat the pavement for years, and paid some dues, and yeah. So now I'm doing Broadway. I mean, it's the pandemic right now. Nobody's doing Broadway, but yes, I was doing Chicago on Broadway as Matron Mama Morton.
Come on,
yeah. Before
you won't just say that like it's Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Well, it's a blessing.
Of course it is.
My first Broadway show was me as a lead, which I wasn't even expecting. I would have settled for any role, to be honest with you, because I was just so passionate. But
no, you said my first show was Broadway as a lead. Everybody's like, okay, yeah. Well,
it's so competitive.
That's what we thought.
But it's so competitive. Like,
100%.
It is. You already know what it is. So what Michigan prepared me it was the world. The world is at Michigan. So it prepared me.
Michigan's cutthroat, like it's like reality. Like they don't typecast. They won't even cast you in something. Well, we were in two different. I was doing opera, but even in that, like they won't cast you in something that you would not get hired for to do for real. Like you can't like be Black and think you finna go play Annie. Like it's.
And did you ever study with Dean Washington?
Yeah, I did for a while.
Okay, because I begged him to train me because I had never had voice lessons. So when I was singing at MGC, after almost every performance, I would be so hoarse I couldn't even speak. I remember one day we were on tour and we were at Eddie Long's church, and at the time that was like the big ticket. We was like, at Eddie Long church, and I was like, I'm about to sing at Eddie Long's church, and when I tell you. Ain't nothing almost came out, and I just didn't know how to take care of my voice. So I begged Dean Washington, please just give me a voice lesson. Like, how does this work? And so he started giving me voice lessons, and then I was able to continue that in my professional life. And I still take voice lessons. I'll forever be training my voice and, stretching and growing and learning as well as acting. But, yeah, that's how it prepared me.
Okay. Well, look, I think the people about ready to hear you sing.
Okay. Well, I would sing a little bit. I'm gonna sing Thank You, Lord, the Mary version. Okay. Tragedies are commonplace. All kinds of diseases, people are slipping away. Economy's down, no place seems to be safe. But you've been my protection every step of the way. And I want to say thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It could have been me outdoors with no food and no clothes, all left alone without a friend or just another number with a shallow end. But you didn't see fit to let none of these things be. And every day by your power, you keep on keeping me. I want to say thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me.
So you're just gonna come in here and shoot us like that? You're just gonna come here and spray the people?
I mean, you said gospel, so I was like,
no, ain't nobody told you gospel. I did not say that. When I said that. You just
I don't sing a whole lot of gospel anymore because it's gotten so crazy. Like gospel songs are like marathons these days. So
but you do it the way you do it though.
I do it. Yes.
I love the fact that you came in here with a 45, and
I can't stand you.
I know. But you know what? Like, let me tell you something, Rain. I try to not be crazy and try not to do too much. And I made a decision to do it one day. And by like 10 o'clock that morning, I was exhausted. I can't help it. I'm 30 on a scale of 1 to 10. It's just the bottom line.
Yes.
So you just came in here like you basically just putting a bomb down and just try to just gonna suffocate the people. That was the plan. That's what you try to do.
It's only because you said gospel. I'm typically.
Didn't want to tell you that. I did not say that right now.
Crooner. I usually just croon. You already know that.
I do, and I honestly was expecting you to croon.
Yes.
But you know what? I gotta remind the people of this. Do you remember, like, guys? This is funny. This is how far we go back. When I was learning to teach voice, in my vocal pedagogy class, when I was a student at Michigan. Do you remember you were my student?
No.
You don't remember that?
Listen,
you came in to sing. We worked on the song, and it's funny because you kept going, my voice is hoarse. I'm hoarse. I'm hoarse. I'm hoarse. I'm hoarse. I'm hoarse. I'm hoarse. Hilarious. That is funny.
Well, Michigan, how college is. It's a long 3-4 years. So
no, it really is. It's a lifetime in 3 or 4 years.
Yes, you could have been my whole professor, and I would have forgot. I would have been for real.
And then it was just for the class or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Those were my my beginnings. And it's funny. It's like I had a natural knack for teaching. I've been directing choirs and stuff for a long time.
Yes,
but then it's like
yes, you do have a knack for teaching.
To put the other part on it, it was like, okay, all right, then I see y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Yeah, you've always been a supportive, warm, instructor.
I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It's for me, Rain, it's like my job is to understand the student, not for them to understand me. And it's like, just even when I was doing MGC, I literally I had to hang out with them so I could figure out their language and stuff like that. Because I said, look, I promise y'all, these kids gonna squall around here. Like it's like literally by the end of it, we was doing force and rod and the whole 9. But you had to.
Which is so crazy because you're an opera singer. Well, you do other things, but your origin at Michigan was opera.
But it's funny. That's another conversation we can have offline. But like, let me just touch on it a little bit. That's funny because it's in the classical tradition, and one of my friends, she just said it here a second ago, I hate when they try to separate it. Is the problem I find in teaching voice in the way that it's taught in structural situations in universities is almost like they strip away everything you were before and to give you something totally different. And it often leaves the person feeling unsure of themselves. It's like, you're trying to make me feel like I can't sing. This is my identity. This is what I've done my whole life. Like I may not be doing what you're asking me to do, but you're gonna make me feel like I can't sing.
Theater. They do the same thing in musical theater.
I have MT students now, so I understand now what that is. And it's like for me, and the thing about it as a teacher, it's like, bro, you might not be able to do it, but I mean, I can switch.
Right. You're like, I'm versatile. Like I'm good.
I know what I'm doing, but you do need to understand what it is. I get that. And I understand that a lot of people don't. It's funny because when you were singing a second ago, an opera singer said, "Oh, come on, open throat," and absolutely right. That's what we loved about the sound. The breath was moving throughout, and we love what we call in opera the pathos. We love the emotion and movement. The pulling and stringing the tension in the line. We love that's how you pull at the heartstrings. We're trying to get these people to deliver. We try to make them feel something because at the end of the day, that is what it's about.
Yeah.
Raina, thank you so much for doing this. And it's like, and I'm trying to, you know what? At this point, I'm gonna bring all of y'all in real quick, and we're gonna talk for 5 minutes less, and then like DeAndre, bro, we need to turn the camera back on. DeAndre, come on back, brother.
I love y'all so much.
I love you too.
DeAndre, somebody got his number.
Beautiful
Y'all text
kids.
him.
Woo! Gianna has some gorgeous kids. You hear me?
Thank you. Your boys are adorable.
Thank you. Dre.
I miss y'all. Dre.
Yo, what's up?
Dre, Men of Standard, man. I used to think Dre was from Men of Standard.
Good to see you right now. I enjoyed you on tonight. You blessed me.
Thank you. I enjoyed you too.
I enjoyed both of y'all.
Man, you pulled out an old song. I forgot about that song.
Oh, I was so excited as soon as he said he was gonna do Your Majesty. I was like, "Yep, that's it. That's it."
That's literally what she did because I can see her backstage and she's doing this.
I was like, "That's it."
Woo! So I crown you king of.
Come on, Raina.
My.
We used to be like, boom.
Right, listen, falling out at rehearsal, and then you're gonna add in Everlasting God. Like that's what I was gonna say because Travis said, he's like, "What would you say about the singers that are joining us tonight?" I was gonna say, Dre is all about the creativity, innovation, and letting the Lord lead him. When I tell you, we'd be in rehearsal and we would start with one song and end with the song that you created like that day, like at rehearsal. Like we would start with Your Majesty and then we would go into a whole nother worship song and then you would just add in a couple other like ad libs, be like, all right, sopranos, want you to sing this, altos sing this, and we singing the whole song that you just made up right there at rehearsal.
The nerve to be humble too. Just the sweetest, most humble, most singingest thing.
Singing.
I mean, like I said, those were moments where I mean, like Boyd even. I mean, Boyd is not on here, but I mean, you, Isaiah. I mean, that was like literally proving ground for us, and it wasn't even church.
Yeah.
Adrian,
remember Adrian?
No, it was. It was a micro church. I'll put it like that.
It was a micro church.
It was like this. This was our community. And literally iron sharpening iron, literally.
Absolutely.
Wow. Okay. I just wanted you guys to get on real quick so we can kind of talk and commune as a family. So I'm definitely going to do a part 2 of this.
Oh, yes.
And I need you guys to come back. Okay. I'll give you a heads up. I know y'all booked and busy, hashtag booked and busy. So I'll give y'all a heads up so we can try, we can kind of try to work this out.
Anytime.
This has been, Dre, we about to work. But this has been fabulous, guys. Thank you guys so much for this. And it's time for me to move on to the second section. You guys are all fabulous. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Travis, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us. You're amazing. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Love you, man.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you so much.
Your royalty.
That's it.
So I crown you King of Kings. No, I need y'all to log off. Okay, hold on. Sorry, let me leave They are here. They're gonna keep talking. So let me shout out to one of my sponsors on tonight. It's called Personalities. And this t-shirt tonight is from them. Her name is Lisa Alt. I thought she was going to be on here. So what I'll do is I'll put her stuff in the comments. Lasagna, are you still in here? She and I decided to wear the shirt on the Lasagna comments. Are you in the house? She said, "Same twin." Yes, on tonight. So I wanted to make sure. Let me tag her comment real quick. She says sing twin. She and I, we both got these shirts at the same time. And Lisa Allen, if you can look in the comments, guys, if you like this shirt, it says "Be you, and they'll adjust." Ain't that it? Ain't that good? Okay, so I'm gonna move on, and like her company is called Personalities, and this shirt, I'll make sure you guys can see it. It says "Be you, and they'll adjust." Oh, she's here. She says I'm here. She's in the comments right now. So if you guys like this shirt, and a lot of people will come in about it earlier, telling me that you liked it, so that's where I got it from. Okay, so on to the next segment. Okay, to introduce the second half of the program, I'm bringing on a great friend of mine. Has so much personality and energy. She's in the background, ready to come in. Come on in here, Krista. Make sure you're not muted. Out today.
It's all about that 3 clap. If you ain't 3 clapping,
then you ain't got it.
You ain't got it.
Lauren Shear put Krista.
Hey, Losh.
Listen,
I see so much family in the chat. It is amazing.
Krista.
Oh my gosh.
This is it, right? It's like Lauren, Kiana, Maisha.
Kiwi.
Like I saw Takira. I saw. I mean, literally everybody's. Logan's in here. Somebody said, "Oh my God, Star." Nick is in here. Listen, go ahead, Krista. Speak to the people. I wish you could see the comments. Victoria Burns says, "Hey, my Krista."
Them up. Like I can see the Facebook comments streaming on the side. So, hey, Vicky. So
basically you high tech out here. So you in the streaming thing, and you also on 2 devices.
I gotta do it. For the people. It's always for the people.
Listen, for the people. You have to give the people what they have requested.
You got to give the people what they want.
That's right. Oh, Lucia Lape is in the house. Oh my gosh, y'all, this. Nina, Madam President, we see you. She says, "Hey, Crystal." So I brought on Crystal, guys. First of all, Crystal's a regular on the show.
Yes.
You say every week. And she's in the comments giving the rundown. She's like, okay, lesson number 1, low breath. Lesson number 2, do this. Lesson number 3, yada, 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 yada.
And it's amazing because the things that you say, Travis, even though it applies to music specifically, like this is life stuff. Like we have to remember to breathe in life. Like we have to remember to be grounded in life. And so like, even though you're talking about music, these are life lessons. And so like, that's what I gravitate towards when you're teaching. It just applies to everything. So.
Wow, we got Chris is backstage smiling like from ear to ear. I know you guys can't see me. Literally, it's like his smile is like what my earphones are.
Oh my God, I love me some Chris too. Don't play.
It's funny because Chris and Tasha, like Chris was on my first episode, and she was like, "Okay, so I'm just, Travis, I'm just wondering, when were you planning to bring on, Tasha Coleman, and Christopher Sinclair, and it's so funny. Chris has already been on the show, but it's funny. So both of y'all, Chris was like, so guys, and Logan is in the comments as well. So Logan, brother, like we need you to
yes,
go ahead and this is what my students do. Get that throat ready. Throw it together. Come on. Let's go. Warm that thing up.
You're not gonna ruin your instrument on your own show, Travis.
Listen, I know how to yell. I know how to do it. I got the breath. I don't practice it. So Logan says, period. So I guess that means he agrees. Okay. So talk to us about your time in MGC, and I want you to talk a little about Chris and Tasha before I bring them in.
Oh man, so MGC was really the anchor for me. I came from Los Angeles, California, out to Michigan, and whenever you're going to college in general, you're always looking for your people and your tribe. But like for me, that was MGC. That was Michigan Gospel Crowd, because it was such a new environment. Most people were in there, either went to Bridge and made those connections over the summer, or they showed up to I Can't With You. Why
is it this retarded?
Like, Gig, I need you to live. And like the jokes that are happening in the comments, like this was MGC all day long, all day strong when it was our era. Like we laughed non-stop. Like that was the thing. It was a place that we could come and like, of course, get your praise on, get your worship on, but we could really be ourselves when it came time to be in MGC. So okay. Gig,
Gig is too much.
I cannot.
He goes so far. It's like I'm a lot. And if I think you're a lot, then it's you.
No.
Gig be on 1,000.
Imagine if the entire squad was here. Like, we were out of control. I don't know how they took us at any of our Applebee's post-concert experiences. Like, they should have literally kicked us out of every restaurant we ever ate in together because we were ridiculous.
This is another fool.
I can't.
EBBI Shando.
I believe your pronunciation was spot on too. So,
but it's got to be fast. It's got to be faster. So it's got to be baby Ashando. Hey, baby Ashando. Is that it? Hey, baby Ashando. So I don't know if it's like breaks in between or baby Ashando or baby Ashando. And Shando is in all capital letters with an exclamation point.
Shando.
You're right. Y'all remember that?
You're right.
Hey, baby Ashando. I think listen, y'all. I'm not gonna play with y'all on tonight. So I want you to introduce Christopher Sinclair before he comes on.
Okay. Yeah.
So tell us about Chris because you wanted Chris on here, so he's here and he's in the background grinning. Let me go ahead and bring him on.
Please bring Chris in the room. He's in the room.
Now, Chris, you're not supposed to be talking yet. She's introducing you.
Okay, so first of all, I love Chris. Let me just start there. And I mean, the love that you feel in the comments, the love on the screen is like all authentic, genuine love, right? And that's something that you don't have in every group that you're a part of. So Christopher Sinclair is a funny character because he will sit around and act like he's not about to wear you all the way out. He will sit around and act like, oh, I'm just here so I don't get fined. However, he is writing every ticket. Okay. He is fining everyone when he starts singing. No, Chris is the absolute best. I love his energy. I love his spirit. He is always going to tell you the truth and tell you what it is, whether you want to hear it or not, whether you like it or not. But I appreciate people who are.
Sometimes he be wearing me out. I'm like, I did ask though, but damn. I almost cuss. I know this is MGC, but yeah.
No, but
I did ask, but good grief.
Yeah, no, Christopher Sinclair, I'm happy you're back. Like when Travis first did this, I texted him immediately like, Christopher Sinclair, Tasha Coleman. Like, don't make me run down this list.
Listen, Chris, you see the love, and like everybody's on here. Like this is the bomb.
I do. Like I'm surprised. Like listen, I'm like I've been holding back tears like the whole time. I'm not sure why I'm responding this way.
Because you're getting old. You're emotional now.
Yeah, and you know what? We don't take enough opportunities to love each other in the flesh. And so, like, I don't even think we're used to getting this type of love and experience because we just don't do it without being prompted sometimes. So, like, I love y'all. I love all y'all. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention 3-piece suits and cufflinks and tie knots that we've never seen before from Christopher
Gucci loafers,
rings, jewelry, like
ties. Okay.
Look.
Listen, look. What's her name, sweetie? Everything expensive, everything exclusive, and everything icy.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Okay, so with that being said, don't somebody said, where is Jay Wise? That is a good question. That is a good question. Okay, so check it out. What we're gonna do now is gonna go ahead and have Chris sing. Like my audiences already know him. He's already been on. So he's just gonna sing real quick, and then we're gonna talk about it. Crystal, don't go too far because you got to come back to introduce Tasha.
Okay.
And after that, and yeah, okay. Somebody said drip. Y'all are crazy.
The comment section is blessing me right now.
And I do love you the most, Loesch, for the record. Okay, so how do I get out of here?
No, I have to put this on before we go. Gig said Chris had a grown man budget while we were scraping for change. Chris was wearing fur coats when we were all in school and had like a Jaguar. Like, the rest of us like, okay, I'm trying to figure out like how I'm finna like, scrape up some money to go to Red Robin to get some bottomless fries. As Byron said a second ago. Listen, done. I think that's a great introduction. Okay, so Crystal, let me just I'm gonna remove you.
I'll be hanging out.
Okay. All right, Chris, what you singing for us?
Hey, I'm gonna sing "Tis So Sweet" because
Okay.
I played "Work on Me," like I just like to refresh my mind on the words and everything, and I was fine for like the first verse, and then we got to the second verse. I couldn't believe that I used to sing those notes full voice. I was like, I don't know how I did that, and I tried a little bit like here recently. It wasn't working out for me, so you know.
Interesting. Okay, let's do it. That means you got to keep singing, Chris. That means you singing every blue moon is what it sounds like to me.
Oh, absolutely. I don't sing nearly as much as I used to. Like when I was in MGC, I sang.
So pause. The song says "Work on Me." We're gonna work on that.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah. So when I was in MGC, I think I was singing with Burning Bush at that time. I was singing with another community choir back at home. You know, I would do solo stuff or whatever when I got called to do it. So singing was just like singing was next to breathing at that time. You know what I mean? So now I'm an adult, professional or whatever. But yeah, I miss singing, and I miss all these people in the comment section. We either went to church together, we were on tour together. I mean, it's just I don't know about. I'm surprised at my response. Like my eyes are welling up, and there's all kind of stuff going on.
Okay, well look, go ahead and take us in, Chris. We're ready to hear you sing.
Okay. 'Tis so sweet to trust in Jesus, just to take him at his word. Oh, just to rest upon his promise, just to know thus saith the Lord. Jesus, Jesus, how I trust you, how I prove him. Oh, I know. Oh, Jesus. Precious Jesus, oh, for grace to trust him more. Oh, for grace.
Come on, Chris.
To trust you more.
Yes, sir. So you're gonna try to act like you was like trying to decide what you was gonna sing, but you knew that you had a machine gun. I don't really have time for you. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to act like, oh, I don't really know, if it's gonna be Mary Had a Little Lamb or Humpty Dumpty. And then you're gonna just kind of pop off all these runs. I'm on to you.
Sorry.
It was way too good. You knew you were singing that. You had to have.
Now I was listening. I was up in the air, but it's just like when you sing around family, you get to be yourself. You don't have to do the whole true. Put on airs, whatever. Everybody that's in here has seen me cut up, sing, be on my good days, my bad days. So it's just like singing with family. You know what I'm saying? You just let it loose. And if I miss a note, hey, y'all heard me sing the right ones before. Just listen to the first part of the song.
No, he said something. Oh, no, that's very good for my audiences. Okay, guys. He said when you're singing around family, it allows you to be yourself. That is very true. Let me tell you guys something. For me, and I learned this actually in therapy, trying to figure it out, like why when I'm super on, why I'm on, and that type of deal. Mm-hmm. And like for me, when my siblings are in the house, like my sister and my brothers and stuff like that, oh, it's a wrap. Like all of a sudden I have C's and D's that I don't normally have. And it's like I'm not second guessing anything. It's coming out in a completely different way. And my therapist's explanation to that is, that is where you learned. And it's like they were the ones praising you in the beginning. So even as an adult, your mind goes back to that child who those people was like, okay, yeah, you're great, you're doing this. And that's why you have a support that's beyond. And so what I'm saying to my audiences is whatever that is for you, take that with you. Take it with you. You can imagine, these people being with you, having conversations with them, or you're singing to them while you're singing for somebody else. I think that was fantastic. Now, Chris, the only thing I would give you for today is you manipulate the vibrato, and I almost feel like it's my fault because that whole vibrato manipulation is what we used to do, you know, in MGC. You manipulate the vibrato on high stuff like Jesus, give me the note. Like I'm really bad with pulling notes out of the song. Oh, you did it right there. Jesus. I'm manipulating that. Jesus. I'm manipulating the pattern of the vibrato. I'm consciously slowing it down. And that's what you're doing.
It helps me get the notes out sometimes, you know, because you got to breathe and you got to support those notes and they be real high. You know what I'm saying? So,
no, but a better choice, Chris, would be to put the breath behind it, Jesus, and just go ahead and let it be fast, because it's almost like that sound works with a group. So we singing "Great is the Lord" and the vibrato slow with 40 people, Crystal, with 40 people. Then obviously it sounds fantastic, but you can't have no slow vibrato by yourself. No, sir. You can't have no slow vibrato by yourself. Jesus, you can't do that by yourself. You can't do that by yourself. So what I'm saying is, and the thing about it is, that's not even high for you. Like that's almost mid range for you. You got another 5 notes. Yeah. That's high for me. You know, but for you, Jesus, and this is just move. Put the breath behind it and let it move. You don't need to do this thing. This isn't great. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So it works for that, but in a solo situation, bro, no, you got to move the breath. Then you can't sing. You can't do that. You don't want to manipulate the vibrato, because actually, it may be a comfortable thing for you because you have so much experience doing it, singing choir stuff. But honestly, Chris, actually, it makes you tired.
Oh, okay. It
makes you tired because you're constricting the air. You've got to let a certain amount of air through to be able to kind of choke it out, you know, type deal. So you want to go Jesus as opposed to Jesus. So do that for us real quick, and we're gonna bring on Tasha Coleman. Go ahead, Jesus.
Listen,
I need the air to move.
Listen, I'm totally here for Tasha Coleman. Like
everybody is.
Listen, once I found out that Tasha Coleman was singing, like I didn't even want to sing for real. Like just have me make my little comments and let's just wait for Tasha to sing. You understand? Tasha sings like the words and they just fall out of her mouth, just like she opened her mouth and it just like falls out. It's like.
Listen, one of my BF is in here, Manita Daniel Costa. She told me to make sure I noted that Tasha was her student. I was like, well, all right then. Well, state claims then, if that's what you're doing.
Right. But here's one thing Tasha did teach me that I don't think I ever told her, but I appreciated it so much. She pulled me to the side one day. You want me to not say it?
I'm gonna let you say it, and I'm gonna stop you because Chris, you be out of control. Like this, she hadn't even came on yet. You don't just get to. What are you talking about? So we bring everybody in. You can do that. But go ahead and say this, and then we're gonna bring her in.
Okay, so I appreciate Tasha so much. She pulled me. Everybody knows how sweet Tasha is. She's just such a nice person, and she pulled me to the side. She said, "Chris," she said, "you're too good of a singer not to finish your runs." Ooh. She said, "Chris, sing all the way to the end of your runs, sing all the way to the end of your notes, and you'll be much better off." I never forgot it, and I appreciated it so much.
Listen, she's been saved her whole life.
Yeah,
come on, Holy Ghost.
Listen, I promise you and God, I shook Tasha's hand one day. I felt the power of God in her hand so strong till I had to let it go. Kid not.
On that note, I'm sorry for cutting you off. Finish. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying Tasha is it. Like Tasha is like I already took my hat off, but I'm bowing to Tasha. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Okay, so with that being said, there's no greater introduction. Tasha, come on in the room. Chris, don't go too far because I'm bring all you guys back to close us out. Tasha Noel, come on, Christmas.
Hey Travis.
Hey, how you doing? Listen, they've been shouting you out the whole time.
I know.
But what's interesting about that, Tasha, I think this is a good conversation to have.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. One of the biggest opera stars in the world, her name is Pretty Inde. She's a friend of mine, and it's like, you know, we talk on social media and stuff like that. You can't like allow the pressure of, oh my gosh, Tasha's and because it's a lot, you know, and I understand it. I understand it. And like young Travis would go into that and felt like, oh, I gotta live up to this and so on and so forth and yada yada yada. No, what you gotta do is Tasha. Point blank. Period. There is nothing. There is nothing else because listen, that's enough. Jehovah Jireh. Okay. More than enough. so that's the key. It's funny, because it's like it's when we post a flyer, it's funny. Chris with his crazy self talking about some Tasha saying, "Oh, I need to stay home." Like
I said the same thing. I said the same thing about Chris and Raina
and DeAndre. Listen. Yeah, it was too much. It's funny. That's why I had to mention what Shiana said. Shiana was almost like, Travis, we were not around at the same time trying to figure out, if you're confused, whatever, if you're going through something. But it was almost like, if pardon my French, I know like hell, you don't think I'm finna come on there and sing with them people. And I was like, oh, no, I wasn't asking you to sing. I needed somebody to talk about it because I wasn't there.
I felt the same way.
No, I get it. Listen, to Kyra. Okay, listen, I'm not supposed to do that. So, just the comment section is exciting, especially in this particular thing, because it's like we all share this experience together, and I'm just so happy that they're in here on today. So that's been that's been fantastic. And let me say to my audience, guys, I really appreciate you, like the people who have been following me and been following this broadcast. I have like about 70 people watching on YouTube, and they're all on right now. And it's funny because we've been on for an hour and 17 minutes. And like the numbers are not really changing that much. It's like, so people are here, they like what's being said. So I'm excited about that because, like somebody said earlier, Shayna, one of our past presidents, she was like, we live in a highly stimulated world. And it's almost like people got 35 seconds for you, if that. But anyway, let me shut up, Tasha. What we saying?
Just a worship song, of course. That's just kind of where I've been, where I am. So I don't even know the title because we'll make a title out of whatever the words of the song are.
Ain't that it?
So I'm not even gonna mess around with it.
Make it up. It's okay.
Okay. So just
what is Harrisburg?
Harrisburg is actually where I was recently living. I used to live in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I recently, within the last couple of years, relocated back to Michigan. And I'm actually about to move again, but we can get to that another time.
And you lived in Chicago as well, right? I lived in
Chicago, right? So after I graduated from Michigan, I worked a while, and then I moved to Chicago for my graduate degree.
Okay.
And then that led me to Harrisburg, and
because the Harrisburg crew is in here on tonight. Like and that's why I was like, what is Harrisburg? They're like, Harrisburg is here for you, Tasha. Harrisburg is in the house. Come on, Harrisburg. I saw like 4 Harrisburg comments. I think that's exciting.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, Tasha, let me stop talking. Praise God.
Is this okay? Because we didn't do this in sound check. This is all right.
No, this is your speaking voice is you it's clear. You're good.
Okay. Light of the world, you came down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope for a life spent with thee. So here I am to worship. Here I am to bow down. Here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. I'll never know how much it cost to see my sins upon that cross. I'll never know how much it costs to see my sins upon that cross. I'll never know how much it cost to see my sins upon that cross. What a beautiful name it is.
Come on.
What a beautiful name it is. That name of Jesus Christ our King. What a beautiful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful name it is. That name of Jesus. So I'll never know how much it cost to see my sins upon that cross. I'll never know how much it cost to see my sins upon that cross.
It's Tasha.
I'm sorry, I could just
Listen. Okay. Let me step out of this part of it. I want to talk technique so that people understand. Tasha's breath is moving the entire time. And that shimmer and shine that we all find so attractive, that's what she's doing. It's spinning. It's like Chris described it. Chris talked about it. What did he say? He's like, and she's singing this almost like glitter's falling out of her mouth. But I mean, I'm trying to help the people. I'm trying to help y'all. Okay, trying to help you today. That's what it is that you like. That's what it is that's attractive about the voice. I mean, the pure sound of it is, I'll never know how much. Yeah, that when she does that, it's like it hits here. It's the most. The voice is the most human of all instruments because we carry it around. You know, it's fine tuned according to the kind of day we're having. Or the emotions that we're feeling at the time, whatever it is we're trying to convey. And that's another thing that she has is the sincerity. But it's the sincerity as a person. In addition to the sincerity as a person is what she brings to the artistry and what she brings to who Tasha is, the singer. And that's another reason why we all go so nuts over it. But from a technical standpoint, and I'm gonna shut up because y'all know I can talk, is the breath is moving the entire time, high, low, even when it's down. Here I am to it's like vibrato in every note, like an opera singer. Here I am to bow down. Y'all hear that? Let me sing a straight tone so you can hear it different, because I don't even know if she can sing it wrong, but I know how to. Here I am to worship, and that ain't bad. You can still tell I got a nice voice. Here I am to bow down. You guys hear the difference? And this is the other way. Here I am to worship. Here I am to bow. And that's what she does the entire time. I've never heard her sing any other way. But the thing is, and this is what I wanted the people to know and to understand. Okay, listen, that breath has to move. Now, Tasha's been around. She's studied. She's worked with people, so maybe she does know. But my thing is, I've never heard anything different from her. So sometimes some people come from the factory able to do it. So Tasha, is this something you facilitated, or is this something you just the natural way that you sing?
It's a natural way of singing, but I have when I studied with Dr. Manita Cox,
Mm-hmm.
yes, she did kind of help me with my breathing and being able to kind of stretch and take some of the air out, which for me it makes that leveling or that wavy a little bit more consistent, because
Definitely.
it's not so much breath in it.
It's not the breath around it. So it's not that. It's just, so what I hear you saying is she helped you to focus to focus the sound and the placement, and to literally to ride the breath so you get a consistent stream of airflow, which then yields that beautiful vibrato that everybody likes. And another thing too, Tasha, is like, you know how to push and pull it. Like what I hear in my head is, when I cry, he comforts me. When I'm alone, he's company. You hear how and I'm not even trying to run. I'm concentrating to make sure my breath moves. I'm not even thinking about the words or anything like that. I know you need to because it's a gospel song. But what I'm saying is like, but for the sake of the audience and for the sake of, let me go ahead and bring my folks back on. Y'all get back up in here. Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris. On today. I mean, because everybody benefits from this part, and we're getting ready to wrap it up. So I'm gonna say this, and we about to do the whole reunion style. But you know, guys, and you can go back and watch the old episodes, like, because I talk a lot about breath. And, you know, I work with like consultants and people that I trust. And it's like, oh, what do you think about this episode or whatever? And it's like, people have told me, it's like, you know, Travis, it's you talk a lot about breath. So it's almost like what's different from that episode? What are we going to learn different this time? And that's true, because at the end of the day, it's a show and it needs to be entertaining. But it's almost like if your breath ain't right, then, I mean, what are we talking about? You understand what I'm saying? If your breath ain't right, it's like you're missing the rest of it. You can't run effectively if you don't know how to breathe, if you don't know how to ride the breath in that way. So this is the last thing I want to say, and then we're gonna do the whole reunion thing. I want to say, guys, and even like when we worked on with Dre, that breath down, and you literally you put the sound on it, and it's like the consonants are like clothes hangers. When I cry, keep moving. He come first, me, keep moving. When I'm alone, keep moving. It's like a clothesline, and the consonants are clothespins, but the sound never stops moving. And that's something that she does fantastically. That she did. I don't even know if she thinks about it, but it's funny. She just like basically does haven't told us that she learned in lessons that, you know, that's how she keeps it. She said that she came to Dr. DC with a breathy sound, and she taught her how to take the breath out so that she can ride it consistently. But that, you know, that's what it is. You've got to ride it so that the breath moves, because then it's a very natural place, and you're coming from who you are as a person. There's nothing manufactured. You're not trying to create anything. It's literally who you are, and that always connects with people. And on that note, I'm done talking. Let's connect people.
Sing, Tasha.
Hey, Tasha!
I love y'all.
We are forever students of Tasha Coleman. Forever.
No, we are students of Dr. Reverend Travis Pratt. Okay, Travis whipped our voices into shape. Okay,
he did do that.
Whipped.
Oh my gosh.
We've been crescendoing and decrescendoing and vibrato and everything.
Yes.
Do y'all remember the first time Travis walked into, I believe it was Trotter House, and I'm pretty sure he had on like a suede blazer and jeans, and we all looked and were like,
"Who is this? What's happening?
Where you go?
Like, what's happening? And like, are we in trouble already?" But like, honestly, like the cultivation, hashtag the cultivation.
Absolutely.
Travis Pratt.
Travis Pratt, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Put your hands together.
Travis. Today. That's funny, guys. Like in my fraternity, like my name is like is Maestro. So like when like new people would be pledging, my greeting when I walked in the room was a standing ovation. Ladies and gentlemen. and Chris, you know I loved it, right?
What other way would we have it?
What other way would we have it? It's funny, and I do, guys. I do like Flex Fridays on Facebook, and it's not a boastful thing. It's not, you know, because you think it's not in comparison to anybody else at this point in the game, and at our age, who's worried about anything anybody else is doing? I'm so busy watering my own grass.
Look,
you think I'm trying to be better than you? You think I'm not even comparing myself to anything anybody else is doing. I'm focused on running my own race. But the point of it is, if you can't say it, then you can't have it. If you can't say it, then you don't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? And you can't be bashful about saying that this is the kind of life I want. This is the kind of this is what, and then you can boast in the Lord. And if that's what you need to do in terms of if that's where you are in terms of your relationship, then that's fine. But at the end of the day, you've got to be able to say, I am this. Because if you can't say it, you can't have it.
Yes, sir.
It's that simple.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the way that we all grew up and stuff like that, it's like, oh, that's arrogant. Oh, that is this, then that is this, then the third. And so we've learned, and you pull back. But there's a fine line between, arrogance, or better yet, like humility, and there's a fine line between humility and
low self-esteem.
Lack of confidence. That's what I was looking for. A fine line between humility and low self-esteem.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. Now you've got to be able to feel like it. Ain't that it?
Yes, sir.
You guys, go ahead, Chris.
Because growing up in church, you wasn't supposed to, you wasn't supposed to walk. I'm Christopher Sinclair. They're like, sir, have a seat. What is this proud spirit that you have?
Right.
But like I said, you helped us, me specifically. I can't speak for anybody else. Like, it's okay to do that. I was going to church, singing with my shades on and stuff. Like, I'm Chris. Like, okay, what we gonna do?
Love it.
I'm prepared and I'm ready.
Look, it's true though. And I Chris and I were actually just having this conversation like a couple of weeks ago about how the church, when you grow up in church, you are to be humble. And so, when it comes time for things like job applications and interviews, sometimes it's difficult for us to really say, this is who I am and this is why you need me. And so we have to really work on bringing that energy.
The Lord is willing. Mm-hmm. No, he's willing.
Look.
Are you willing?
Look.
He wouldn't have given you the thought.
Like... Travis, don't do it.
Listen, he provides provision when he gives the vision. He
okay now.
Listen. Yes.
Come on.
And I know that run was clean.
It was. God will finance his vision. Yes, sir.
No, but I mean, but I think that's important for the people. That's why I love Nemat. Nemat is and I'm sure she's logged off by now. She's one of my icons, and I call them icons purposely. I call them young icons. And there's 8 or 9 of them, and they're from all over the country, from California, from one from Georgia. There's a couple from New Jersey. There's one from Sacramento. They're from all over the place. And my thing is, to them, yes, it's not about anybody else. It's not you're this because you're trying to outshine somebody, but you are trying to get the job. Mm-hmm. And so if you walk in there thinking, oh, I'm just meek and lowly, you know what I mean? Then listen, you can stay home with that, because the person who coming in there wearing it out gonna get it.
Yep. And you do it because you're fearfully and wonderfully made in the image and the likeness of God. And the display of your gift is a representation of the glory of God in the earth realm through you. So who are you?
And y'all preach today.
Tasha, may the Lord watch. May the Lord watch.
I didn't hear what you said, Tasha. What you said?
I said preach today.
Oh,
preach today.
So
listen. So to my my audiences, the people who watch this show, like, that's an MGC thing. You guys hear me do that. You go up and it's very demonstrative, and it's very aggressive. You got to say it hard, and you go up at the end of the phrase. So it's like, sing, Tasha. Come on, Chris. That's where that came from. No, that was perfect. Chris, go give it to us.
I felt it up there. It went on up there.
Wait, Tasha.
Hey, Tasha. Please dress today.
On tonight.
So that's where that comes from. You guys hear me do that, and then it's like and I scream at the end of stuff, just so you know, so you have a reference point. That is where that comes from. So guys, we're getting ready to close. Thank you guys so much for being here on tonight. Thank you for my guests, for being on. And for those of you who are here for the first time, please set your alarms, follow, like, subscribe, and set your notifications so you can check us out at a later time. And for those of you who are restreaming, you can find us on Facebook, you can find us on Twitter, and also on Instagram at Travis Pratt Official. And my closing statements for tonight, and I'm gonna let them help me, is eat the meat and spit out the bones. You know, people can say something to you, and 30% of what they said out of the 100 could be what's relevant. And if you take that 30% and you do what you need to do with that, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your place in this world. You are. So if you're not where you want to be, your life is a representation of what you think of yourself. It's a representation of what you think. You don't need anybody. You don't need to convince anybody else. You are the only person you have to convince. And that's why I go so hard on that, because I've lived it myself. You don't believe it, you can't have it. You don't believe it, you will never get there. You are the only person you have to convince. So my thing is, you can seek advice from me, from Tasha, from Chris, from Crystal. But my thing is, at the end of the day, you are responsible. You are responsible for your place in this world. So you have to make a decision of what works for you. If Chris says something that don't work, guess what? That's the bones you spit out. And you move on, because at the end of the day, he can only give you what works for him. Tasha can only give you what works for her, and the same thing for Crystal. At the end of the day, it's you have to make the decision what works for you. And at the end of the day, I've said it 5 times, so for the 6th time, you are responsible for your place in this world. Nobody else. And like, I find myself a vulnerable, transparent moment. Like, if I'm working with a trainer or a voice teacher, for me, it's almost like sometimes I don't even want to think. You know, it's almost like, this is what I'm getting prepared for. This is how I want to look. Let me go to this trainer. And it's almost like, to me, I think I just need to just show up at Crunch Fitness and he's going to tell me everything to do. But I'm responsible for it, because at the end of the day, he ain't here when I'm deciding to drink a milkshake or whatever else that's off course. You understand what I mean? So nobody else can give it to you other than yourself. You have to make the decision for you. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. You are responsible for your place in this world. Everybody. You guys got anything else to say before we go?
I can't say nothing else without starting a whole nother conversation, so I'm a chill.
Right. All I got to say is, may the Lord watch you.
Listen, between me and thee.
I'm so churchy.
Now we're upset.
Right. Now, Chris, that's that manipulative vibrato.
I did it on purpose because you told me I can't do that when I sing by myself.
No, not by yourself. You guys, y'all remember that clip where the guy was singing it's like he's like on a train. Y'all seen that? It was viral for a while. It's a Zach Williams song, no weapon, and it's like and he's by himself, and it's like a real slow. It's like, bro, you sound
was it Chris?
Crazy.
Was it Ebony?
Was it who?
Was it Ebony Jenkins?
No, it wasn't Ebony Jenkins. No, but it was somebody like, and that person, and he didn't have a bad voice, but he probably sings in a situation to where that worked. If you're in a choir with a bunch of people and you're doing that, that's fine. But as a soloist on the train now, bro, that ain't it. It's funny, guys. And so we're done. It's funny. People are still hanging around. We still have like 70 viewers on YouTube and almost 50 people on Facebook.
It's too bad we can't sing like "Great Is the Lord" or something, you know, with everybody here.
No, I think the timing would be off, because I can sing out though. The timing.
We could try it. You want to try it?
No. Yeah, y'all know I don't do practice in front of people. How long y'all been knowing me?
I just want to point out, Travis, the people want Ebony Jenkins on the show. So I'm looking at the comments and the people. If you get Ebony Jenkins, Travis.
Listen, let's work on it, Tasha, because first of all, she lives in the Bronx. And I ran into her on the train.
Really?
Yeah, I ran into her. I ran into her on the train. So like, and you know, I took a picture of it in case anybody didn't believe it. So I would text message it to you after we finish.
Yes.
And like, I'm not even playing.
Really?
Yeah, so sweet.
Like, who's Ebony Jenkins?
Oh, Chris, you're not gonna be that long. Chris, listen, mute.
Yes, you do. To Him Gone By.
You don't remember To Him Gone By? No, he really doesn't remember. Oh, listen, Janelle Felicia says, hold on, I gotta put that on the screen. She says, see y'all at Red Robin, because y'all know that's where we used to go.
Right.
Red Robin, Applebee's.
Applebee's. That was the place. That was our director's meeting place.
I know, right?
Applebee's.
Applebee's.
We're balling. Like, we finna go to Applebee's.
Half off appetizers.
Victoria said, I don't think I know her either, Chris.
You said
I'm
what?
gonna send some links out tonight.
No, Victoria said she don't know Ebony Jenkins. And Byron to myself, I can hop on the red eyes, bottomless fries for everybody on me. Listen.
You got money.
No, he ain't playing. Listen, Byron came to a show I was doing in DC. He was like, okay, I'm gonna take you out. And to me, I thought we was going to Chili's. I think we went 5
with
places.
Byron?
Byron Conway?
You must have forgot, Travis.
I don't know.
Byron got that cheese.
No, look. make it rain. No, like I'm trying to tell you. Listen, no, y'all, listen. We went like maybe 5 or 6 places. He was like, "Oh no. We going to eat appetizers here because this place has the best, and then we're going to South DC for this, and then we're going here for that." I'm trying to tell you, he had me like out all night in DC. I was doing a performance at the Arena Stage Theater there, and he was living in DC. I think he lives in Atlanta now.
That is so on trend for Byron. I'm still waiting on my desserts to be shipped to San Diego from Atlanta.
Listen, because what we could have done is he could have made the food himself because we all know he could have done it.
Look,
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay, so guys, y'all gotta help me plan the part 2. I almost don't want to hang up because people are still watching. Like they're watching, so maybe this is entertaining to them. So like we gotta plan. No, the numbers are literally not going down. And y'all know anybody else singing, right? Anybody else singing? I ain't got no data on some people. I'm sorry, that's it. Come back next week. No, but what I'm saying is like, so we're gonna plan like a part 2, like let's do it like in maybe like a month or something like that. But it's got to be different than this, and we can kind of just all like get on the call and figure out what we need to do it, and like all of that good stuff. But this has been fantastic, and I don't want to wear my audiences out. Like I appreciate y'all for staying here this long. Like we literally knocking on 2 hours, so we're gonna go ahead and log off. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. To Tasha, to Crystal, and for Chris. Thank you guys for being here, and we will do it again. On that note, everybody, remember what I said. You are responsible for your place in this world. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Love y'all.